Hello, hello. Hopefully everyone can hear me okay. Welcome, welcome. Another week of open reviews. So if you would like a review, I am able to review your game. We'll be reviewing on Explorbeduk today, a recently new Go server. Or if you have any questions that I can answer. Basically, today is meant to help you improve your game. Has everyone's week been good so far? Ready for the weekend? Only 2 more days till the weekend, or a day and a half. Welcome, welcome, people just joining. No, I saw some other streams up earlier today, and one of them was actually using Explorbeduk. Yeah, this one right here.
Hearing the sound, so
Looks like a 6 Dan and a 4 Dan are actually playing on Explorbeduk right now. I wonder if they are also sponsored.
So I think he gave up on surviving with that group, which makes sense. I will just try to run away. I don't have any big ambition here. This one I defend. Still, it's not incentive for him to play.
Looks like Black has quite a bit right here.
M4. This M4 would give him eyes, right? But as long as it's
Black has a weak group right here, but White has a lot of cutting points.
And what is this? This
Black.
one I want to
Oh, this White group right here is dead. That is important.
Because
who's Black and who's White? They didn't put it on there. Who's Black and who's White?
It's very important. Another thing is...
looks like Black is dominating.
Play elsewhere. I think this move around R10 is pretty big. Yeah. Stepan will do something like this.
I want to say he's Black.
Okay, let's keep this one stone.
It looks like he's the host.
The group is not yet completely alive. That doesn't mean he will add a move. Yeah, Fighting Spirit here is not to add a move. And then...
This is large, but I think Black is pretty far ahead.
I can cut here, right? I think that's quite valuable. So let's see. Should I cut right away? First jump. Let me jump first. I want to jump and now cut. Or first play somewhere here. So confusing. Yeah, always like this.
It's cool that someone else is also using Explorbeduk.
Blitz games, but I just want to settle there.
Have you guys used Explorbeduk at all? Looks like Smoglet is using Fox. Is it the Mini Fox client? Oh, Smoglet went offline. Where does he go? Unwise Cinder? I have not seen them before. Welcome new people joining. It is open reviews, so if you would like a game review, just let me know if you have any questions. I am here to help you improve today. Is anyone here also doing the Western Server Challenge? Only a couple more days left. I know several people have already completed the Western Server Challenge. Yeah, one person's gotten the Grand Slam. And several others, looks like 14 people, have completed it. And there's me down here, who is not even close. Lauren looks like has 3 more games. Jim has 3 more games on the 9x9. Yeah. 5 more games, 9 more games. Yeah, several other people should be able to complete it. They get a couple days. So any of you or any of the people who have completed it in the stream today? You did. I do see you right here. Congratulations. And on 19x19 too. Don't look at your stats. Hey, I think you did pretty good. Do you mean the win-loss ratio? Yeah, you both have gotten 100 19x19 games. That's pretty good. Oh, hey, it just updated. Looks like you got even up to 69 9x9. Yeah, it looks like it's updating right now. Amaranth, are you going to try to Grand Slam it, or are you just done? Because that is a lot of games that you have played. 157 9x9. You're trying. Good luck. Hopefully you can get there. I think the hardest part is going to be the 13x13. You should have plenty of time for the 9x9. The hardest part is going to be this 13x13. The 78 games. Yeah, 194 games in 1 month. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Someone said Cat found trash to play with. Someone said that it was counting unranked games, which is not supposed to. Definitely not supposed to. All right, so anyone have a game that they would like me to look at? I just need a link to it. How's the digs? You mean the house? The apartment? The apartment is quite nice. My cat's going nuts. Yeah, it's technically supposed to count only rated games. It is nice. Our front room is still full of boxes because we haven't got a couch yet. Yeah, any OL games should count, I think. But we also got our projector set up in the bedroom. We got the projector screen set up, so we have a nice little 70-inch wide TV projector screen. So very large picture to watch, basically anime, Prime, and YouTube. Which have any of you guys been watching Solo Leveling? That's what we've been watching anime-wise recently. That, and then we've also been watching Reacher. $7Q on 9x9 and 13x13, nice. 13x19, that would be an interesting board size. The leveling is badly written? Well, the sales say otherwise. You're welcome to have that opinion, but I think the sales say otherwise. It's setting records right now. Well, okay, the viewership on the anime is, I guess, that's not quite sales, but the viewership, the views. They're setting records right now for views. It's extremely popular. I think for what it's trying, to be fair, McDonald's is a luxury food in other countries. Just say it. McDonald's in America sucks, specifically. But I think for what it set out to do, which is to be a young male action manhwa, I think it did that pretty well. It's not like it's trying to tell an in-depth story. It's an action manhwa, and I think it did the action. I gotta say, though, the music and choreography is pretty interesting. I really love the music in it. The music in Solo Leveling is really good. Also, the voice acting. The voice acting's amazing. I think it's realistic because I think IRL they would probably be a worse person than what he is. If I had that much power, I don't know if I would save as many people as he saves, just because the risk is so high. Like risking your life is very very dangerous, very difficult. I don't know. I think it's for what it's trying to do, I think it's good. For the story it wants to tell. For its genre, I guess. For young adults. People directly in front of them. I'm not sure which scene you're referring to. Is it the ones I'm thinking of, he saves everyone. The way I see it, the arcs that go is like him struggling to level up, beats a boss, levels up, and then him showing off. And then he goes and struggles again, and then him showing off. And then he goes to struggle again, and then him showing off. Yeah, I've read the whole manhwa, and I'm watching it every week. So I think the finale's this weekend, right? Finale Saturday. Yeah, it's doing pretty good. Bring it back around before we get too invested. I do want to remind people that it is open reviews, so I'm happy to do to review your game and help you improve. Yeah, I don't think it's the best story ever written, but I am enjoying Solo Leveling. I am enjoying it, which is kind of the point. As long as I'm enjoying it. Bats, do you read light novels like Reincarnated Slime, Mushoku Tensei? Because I know you read, but I think you more read fiction more than light novels. I want to say fiction? Fantasy? Hmm. Science fiction and fantasy. I could see myself getting into fantasy depending. I think depending on the novel, I could see myself liking some fantasy books. I really like the Aragon series. Aragon was really good. I haven't seen the latest book. I haven't read the latest book they released. Because I read the Aragon series like multiple times, but I'm like, okay, I don't want to read it again just to get caught up so I could read this new book. So it's kind of like the time that it took for this new book to come out. Yeah. Yeah. He totally could have saved everyone. But he was like, it's not my responsibility. If you want help, I'll help. But otherwise, you dig your own grave. I could see that though. He probably could have saved everyone on that one. He probably should have. Okay, the not going to the island, there was actually a reason for that in the manhwa. In the anime, it didn't show it, but his mother specifically requested him not to go because she was really scared about losing him like she lost her husband. And so she made him promise not to go. So he actually broke his promise to go save them. That's the reason he didn't go. He was gonna go, but his mom made him promise not to. And his entire reason for fighting is for his mom. Yeah, so that one actually had a good reason. The Ice Elf, maybe not. Not so much. The Ice Elf, not so much. But that one he actually had a good reason. And the Assassins. The Assassins. You mean the Assassin singular? I thought he didn't know that he was an assassin. Like, the moment he figured out, he didn't let anyone die in front of him. I thought he didn't know that he was going to kill people, though. I still love the music, regardless. The music is amazing. The music and the voice acting is really, really well done. Yeah, again, it is open reviews, so if you have any games you would like me to look at, I'm happy to look at them and help you improve your Go game. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Or if you have any like anime questions, I'm also happy to answer those. We are on Explore Baduk today, a new Go server. There's 15 people online. That's pretty cool. In the meantime, I can play a game. Play who? Bats, have you played on Explore Baduk? Do you have any thoughts on it? Not yet. I think it's a nice looking server. Still has several bugs, but they're working through them. I'm looking forward to the better review tools, honestly, because that's what I'm using is the review tools. This is no active games. Wasn't there someone literally playing? Yeah, they're literally playing a game. I wonder if they set it to private.
Now, okay, Just Living is already
Oh, they're
reasonably
reviewing.
good, but if I would Atari, this is basically what I was aiming for. Atari, you take my eye.
They're reviewing. Oh no, look at this. This is cute. 29Q and 30Q. Bats, have you played any Blizzard games recently? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Someone didn't know the latter. I just went over this in the NAOL, this little nose thing that DDKs like to do, or new players like to do. Oh, this is something. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no. Oh, it hurts. My first few games are worse than this though. Yeah, my first few games are much worse than that. I agree. Blizzard isn't what it used to be. The old games are still fun, nostalgia, fun. Not like they're amazing. Hello, Distracted Practice. Welcome, welcome. Do you have a game we can look at that you would like reviewed? Yeah, Blizzard isn't what it used to be. Like literally, the people aren't even the same people. So. One of my teachers in Korea was from Hungary. Mm. You do? All right. One idea that I've had, and I'm not sure if I want to put the effort in doing or not, is to make a classy approach for like competitive games. For example, like StarCraft 2, Heroes of the Storm. And I know there's a lot of other popular ones as well. The one, oh fudge, I can't think of the name. The one with the Blizzard team that Frost Giants made. Yeah, Dia. Dia Sabonim. Download this game. All right, let's see if it has the bug. It does not. Cool. So Chill, you are white. Okay. Yeah, but I was thinking about. It's one of my thoughts that I have that I don't know if I ever want to put enough effort into do. But to make like a gaming channel where I classy approach how to get past the beginner stages of different competitive games. Thought about doing it for chess, but I just cannot figure out chess. I just don't get chess. Yep, touch Nobi. Okay, let's check the cutting point. Dun 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 dun. We're good. That's interesting. I have watched Chessbra. I have watched a lot of his videos. I just don't get chess. Careful. Once they play right here, you got to realize that this now activates the cutting point. So you need to fix your cutting point. Yeah, I think that's the big thing here is you need to fix this cutting point. Good. Little late, but good. Okay. This is probably okay. Yeah, best place to go puzzles, SumagoDragon.com. Okay. Good. Looks like your opening is pretty good. Uh-oh, did you check these cutting points? Looks okay. What if I cut right here? Yeah, that's what I thought, but I cannot get it to work for me. I tried really hard to get his series to work for me, but I just cannot. I'm stuck at like 900. I feel like I just have to memorize a bunch of patterns. I don't feel like there's a bunch of shapes that I just need to follow or fundamentals that I need to follow. I think I'm at the level where like you just have to memorize all your stuff. Yeah, you gotta fix this cutting point. I think this it's not good timing. So remember that whenever you get a one space jump that has been peeped, you need to think about the cutting points. I think it's okay to block. Hello, Fridgeful. Welcome, welcome. Instead of playing defense, you are gonna outnumber black, so you should play offense here. Because now it's 2-1, and when they do something to defend yourself, you can defend yourself here, or whatever. So if they touch right here, you could play like this. And that would be fine. Oh no. Oh no. This isn't even alive because it's a co. Don't worry about overconcentration. Yeah, the small boards are awful for if you don't know how to read the second, third lane. Small boards, like, you can solve the entire game after like 10 moves. You can just read the rest of the game. It's really annoying. I wouldn't worry about over concentrating yourself if you're fixing cutting points. Like, I would worry about not getting cut. If you get cut, it doesn't matter. Oh, hey, black can just kill you straight up when I'm just completely blind. Yeah, this is kind of a disaster. You were worried about over concentration, but I'm like, you have 3 cutting points. Who cares about over concentration? Just don't die. Yeah, this whole position fell apart just because you didn't fix a cutting point. So you gotta realize cutting points are everything in the middle game. Still want to pincer this. I want to attack this corner. Touch Nobi, very good. I think you can just ignore that. I don't know what it's supposed to do. Touch Nobi, good. Touch Nobi, good. All right, they're building influence, so let's go ahead and break into that. No, one space jump to one space jump, you wedge. Because if you play here and they play here, you've missed an opportunity to give them a cutting point. But if you play like this, they have a cutting point. So you don't have to cut it right now, but you want to leave that Achi. You want to leave that weakness. Yeah, defense first. Classy approach number 1. Don't die. How do you do that? You watch your cutting points and you make your bases. It doesn't matter how many big moves you get to if you die. So number 1 rule of classy approach, don't die. Defense first. This is fine because this is a ladder, but I hope you read it, basically. Because classy approach says, or not classy approach, I say usually touch Nobi. But you can do that as long as you read it. I don't know what that move does. Okay, this is a big move. Okay, just let them live and then get back to your big move. You want to surround them, so you can think like this. And they live in the corner. You just surround them and then come back and punish. Mm-hmm. Yeah, number one rule of life, don't die. And eventually you're going to fail that quest, but you want to succeed it as long as possible. Eventually you're going to fail at that not dying thing, but for as long as possible, don't die. Dying is game over, IRL. Okay, let's see how you played a cutting point. You played a Hane with a cutting point. Let's see how you handle it. Okay, you just lose the stone. Don't do that then. Just don't do that. You can't play a Hane and just lose the stone. Which means you played this without checking your cutting point. Yeah, you literally should just go down. And then black is actually dead in the corner. Yeah, black's actually dead in the corner, but maybe you want liberties first. Yeah, it's pretty painful. But you have to have a plan for your cutting points if you're going to play the Hane. This is not big at all. We need to go back up here and punish. Your opponent didn't respond to you, so you need to punish. Don't push from behind. If you want to get ahead, you want to play a slide or a knight's move. That gets ahead locally. Right. What you wanted to happen was this. Right, this is what you wanted to happen. Don't play sacrifice. I don't like that word. If you're not 5Q, don't sacrifice. You're almost always wrong. Below 5Q, people that say sacrifice are usually just dying. They're not actually sacrificing anything. Thank you for the follow, Low Poly Hero. Yeah, every time some of my students say sacrifice, I'm like, no, you died. That's not a sacrifice. You died. So you played a Hane that got cut and you died. That's not a sacrifice. Because sacrifice means you got equal or greater value for it. You got 1 point for like 8 points. This is like a negative 7-point move. That's not a sacrifice. Yeah, basically, if you are thinking about sacrificing something, just don't.
Daytime pajamas just followed.
Thank you for the follow. Daytime pajamas. You know, I've been wearing my pajamas throughout the day sometimes. Yeah, to get ahead locally, it's a knight's move, but you need to get back up top to the big move. There we go. No, don't get surrounded. More important. You go there for eye space when you're surrounded, but you're not surrounded, so just expand your eye space. This is defaulting to your corner pattern knowledge, and you're not supposed to do that. Ooh, your first local competition. Fun. Hopefully it goes well. Remember, even if you lose, just make sure you have fun, and it's great. It's going to be a lot of fun. Very exciting. My first competitions, I lost every game. First time I went to a Go tournament, and the first time I went to Go Congress, I lost every game. Just connect. Connect as your friend. Strike the cut. We're good. Okay. I really want to build this habit of connect or double Hane, but I think the fun value will be worth it. Even if it, like, forget the education, I think it'll just be so much fun. Okay. This feels like endgame. I don't think we're at endgame yet. I think black is not alive. I think black needs to live. I don't think we're at endgame yet. Don't get cut. Very good. Again, just like the bottom, you want a knight's move to get ahead, because if you push from behind, you're letting black get more than you faster. Okay. Ooh, there's that common 20Q mistake. I went over that in the NAOL yesterday. I don't know if you guys watch my NAOL videos, but I went over that move yesterday. Okay. Okay, I don't see any giant mistakes right now. Well, let me read this for a second. If I go here, they go there, I go here, they go there, I go here, they go there, I go here, they go there. It is not a ladder. But I could do this, Tari, and then kill this stone. And then you played here, so let's check this cutting point. Not sure what the plan is, so it looks like you played a one space jump that's cuttable. Now, to be fair, this is a little difficult to understand, but this is not cuttable because getting one weak group on the board is not that big of a deal. It's when you get more than one weak group. So getting cut right here actually isn't that big of a deal. You just run away. You can literally just run away with the group. So it's not a huge deal. Let's see what you do. Okay. If you're going to play this way, then just don't play a one space jump. Maybe a diagonal. Try to save your stones. If it's a cutting stone, try to save it. If it's a cutting stone, try to save it. Don't give up stuff so easily. One thing I'm concerned that you're thinking is you don't want to get surrounded, but your group is alive. Living groups getting surrounded is not that big of a deal because you're alive. It's non-living groups getting surrounded that's the issue. Did you check their cutting point? Da, 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 da. Looks like you're dead. Yeah, it looks like you're dead. You can check it. Hey, look at you cut. Look at you go! You just cut this whole black group off. There you go. Now I've gotten scared of the one space jump. You're technically okay, but I understand the concern. Oh, push and cut. Cut the elephant, because this group right here is floating, so you want to try to surround it. It doesn't have a base. So it's very nice to cut it. Okay. Nope, just ignore. It's not a cutting point. There's no cutting point. Yeah, well, the thing is, it's kind of a learning experience because some players focus on their stones and not their opponents, and then some players focus on their opponent's stones and not theirs. So it just depends on which side of the coin you fall on. And then to get stronger, you have to learn both, right? To get out of the double digit Qs, you need to be able to see both. It just comes with practice, right? So it's not an uncommon problem. But yeah, learning how to see cutting points on both sides. Playing a lot of center moves that are not doing anything. Try to find a cutting point. Like cut an elephant, cut a Hane, cut a knight's move. Try to find cutting points. Also save your cutting stones. You could also just start endgame. See, endgame, first and second line, so this would be some endgame. This could be some endgame. Yeah, the thing is, most of the choices are just dame. Yeah, that's the thing. Most of the center moves are just neutral points in this game. I was like, is there any reason to play the center moves? But it's fine. Like, even if it's a 1-point move, you're in the end game, so it doesn't matter. Nice. I'll show you something cool, though. If you go right here, and they save themselves, and then you go right here, and they save themselves, you go right here, they save themselves, and then you go right here, they're trapped. So this cutting point is nice. Cutting points. They're great. Oh. This move. You just gotta do your Go problems. Are you on some Mega Dragon? So Mega Dragon will help you build the reading. Hopefully this move makes sense. Because if black goes here, you just go here. If black goes here, you just take the stone. And look, you saved your stone. You've yet to try it. Oh no. Oh no! Oh no, you can kill it! Black ignored. Oh, and black resigned. That's funny. Nice game. Yeah, I think the top left shows you still got to work on your cutting points. And then the whole game showed that you are not seeing your opponent's cutting points. But that'll come with practice. Yeah, I think just play lots of games. And then make sure you're doing Go problems. Like on Samego Dragon. Technically Samego Dragon is subscription. So I don't want to like... No, Samego Dragon's great. I worked so hard on this website. I think it's worth the subscription. Let's see. From that... you want cutting points, so connecting and disconnecting at level 0 and level 1. 19 and 19 is fine. Like, it's not that you can't read the cutting point. You're just not noticing it. So the thing isn't that you need to go learn what a cutting point is. That's what small boards are, is they teach you what a cutting point is. It's more that on 19 you have more information to keep up with, and you need to still notice the cutting points while keeping up with all this more information. So you still need 19 19 is fine, because you know what a cutting point is. You just have to see it while also balancing all this other information now. And by making it second nature, I think will help. Oop. This is not level 1. So good at this. This is not level 1. This is not level 1 at all. I want to say level 4, maybe? Level 4? I want to say that's level 4. P19? Not quite. Not quite. It's definitely got to be here. Yeah, that's not... You think it's 4Q? What the fudge? Oh, because that makes sense. I just re-leveled it, so it's not going to be in the set anymore. Okay, level 0 is probably too low of a level. Okay, I think you're at level 1. Level 0 seems to be below your level. So try level 1. Level 1 should be your level where it's easy, but you're just drilling your eyes. You're just making your eyes think about it more. Level 0 might be too easy. Yeah. Yeah, probably you want level 1 and just do it like once a day. For like a week. Do all the connect and cut at level 1 for... What the fudge is this one? What? What on earth? This isn't a Go problem. What the fudge? Yeah, the whole point is shape recognition. You're not learning a new thing, you're reinforcing something you already know. You learn new things from teachers and from books, and even the problem sets, you can learn new things. But you drill it to make it second nature. Okay, so we are going to report this problem. Delete this. I'm going to set it to nothing. So it's not something that you'll find. Hello, MothWorks. Man, you're making me find issues. I mean, there's only like 14,000 problems on here, so I mean, I guess issues should be common for 14,000 problems. Maybe it's 12,000, I don't know. Yeah. If you ever find an issue, just click this report problem. I check this like once a month, I think. Once a month or once every other month. And then I go through and just fix all of them. So just report the problem. It adds it to a list that I look at. All right, next up we got Amaranths. So let's look at your game. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the review. Be careful. Cool, yeah, just post the link. I'm worried about your 3-3 invasion, but maybe it's fine. Yep. Nope, go here now. You can't be cut right here. So take away the eye space. They have an annoying move. They have annoying life right here. Now, it's not alive yet still. Like, it's still not even alive. But it's another eye for free when they don't need it. No, Tiger's Mouth, Tiger's Mouth. Nah, just fix. Just fix. It's one of the reasons why we don't like this shape, though. It's one of the reasons we don't like this. So maybe instead of that, just play here. That way you don't have this double wing, because it doesn't feel good to fix that cut. Like, there's no fun way or nice way to fix that cut. Good, good. So white's almost dead. Does this move do anything? I don't think this move does much. Oh no. Oh no, life and death. Here. Here, it connects. Here, they go here, and here. Just dead. Straight up dead. I will say, small boards are really good for practicing your life and death. Minimum level on black to play. I don't hate black to play, but I don't really like it very much either. I think it's a nice idea and it looks good, but like they're not organized at all. I don't really like see any sort of organization. So it's a good design, it looks good, but there's no organization, which is what I don't like about it. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. What? This one's not read out well. Because if white goes right here, like, it's clearly alive, so you just lost the point for no good reason. So this is not good life and death. Now white is just dead. Nobi is stronger. Yeah. Okay, so this one, I think you need more life and death problems. Because this could have died way sooner. It doesn't. It runs well on my phone. Which part doesn't run well? What device do you have so I can try to improve it? Because I have iPhone, I have Android, and then I have iPad, and then I have a computer and a laptop, all of which I try to test it on. But I also have really good internet, which is probably part of the problem. I think Samego Dragon is not efficient with internet usage. It's not optimized, which is partly because I'm undereducated in optimization. Pixel 6. Clutch. I don't have a Google phone. Is that like a really small screen? Pixel 7 is the lowest one I got. Where is Pixel 2? I don't have a Pixel 6. Pixel 3, Pixel 4, Pixel 7. I don't see a Pixel 6. Try Pixel 4. That should be small enough. And then Pixel 4. We're going to go to some Mega Dragon. Yeah, like send me a message on Discord so I can fix whatever. Like the thing is, because I have the Discord and everything, you can. I think the best thing about Mega Dragon is you can literally just tell me what's wrong. But if it's lagging after a couple puzzles, then that shouldn't be possible because the puzzles are preloaded. So it should lag on load, not lag after the puzzles are loaded. Oh, it looks like it doesn't fit. But yeah, like that's the cool thing with some Mega Dragon is you can just tell me and I can make it work for you. Awesome. Yeah, that is one of the biggest problems with some Mega Dragon is the lag. And that's all on my under education. That is all on me, and it's not something that's easy to fix because I taught myself how to even build it, right? So I have to teach myself optimization on top of that, and then optimization is really hard. So it's the lag comes from my lack of education and lack of money to hire someone to make it more efficient. So this screen is just too small. Yeah, I think I tested on like 375 to 400. Yeah, just let me know any issues you have. Join the Discord and you can just let me know. Yeah, this isn't loading well at all. Okay, I have Pixel 4 on my tabs now. I'll try to make it work on Pixel 4, which should definitely make it work on yours. Wait, how does it work on mobile S320? How does it work on that, but it doesn't work on Pixel 4? Oh, it does work on Pixel 4, it just wasn't loading. It does work on Pixel 4. Why wasn't it loading? Yeah, just let me know what issues you have. I'm not sure how to fix the lag too much, but what stack did I use? I use Bubble.io, which I know developers hate, but Bubble.io and JavaScript. I know people hate Bubble, but without it, I wouldn't have been able to build it due to my under-education. I have Bubble to manage the database, the basic elements like the buttons and stuff, and I use JavaScript to handle all the Go logic. So I handle the Go logic once the page is loaded, but I'm not an expert enough to load the database efficiently. And you would, if you know anything about computer science, you would cringe hard at my data structure. Like, you've no idea how many mistakes with my data structure that I made. And the thing is, I thought about going in there and restarting the data structure from scratch, but that would mess up a lot of stuff. You're talking weeks of work to re-code everything and rehook up everything for a more efficient database for something that already technically works. And that is very dangerous of an idea. Like, if it's not broke, I don't really want to break it to fix it. Which is one of the reasons why optimization is so difficult, is because if I really wanted to optimize it, I would need to rebuild the whole thing again. Now with my more educated self, because I have more knowledge now than I did at the start. But that would be a lot of work, and it would potentially break the entire site temporarily, which is very dangerous when people are paying money to use it. Okay, so you said you were black. Yeah, I think it works for all modern. For the modern stuff, it works pretty fine. It does require you to have a decent signal, though. Like if you have low signal, it just doesn't behave properly. However, once it loads the puzzles, it's good. Like once the puzzles are loaded, it's good because what it's doing is it's fetching the puzzles from the database, and then the JavaScript just runs you through each one, right? So once it's got the puzzles, you're good to go for as long as you want. It's just that page load that really sucks. But if it's lagging after the page is already loaded, then I got to figure out why, because that should be fine. It's just the page load that's annoying. Okay, this is all fine. Nope, just go play the next big move. You don't need to worry about this right now. You can do this later. Are you still here, by the way? Before I... Yeah, just making sure that you're actually watching the review. Okay. Good, you doubled. That is way good for you. You're already doing pretty good. Locally, there's also another cutting point they could attack, but I think a big move is perfectly fine. Yeah. Locally, this is fine. I think globally, though, I would probably go here and then here. Because I want to build this top right. I think the top right is much bigger to build. Whereas this one, what you're expecting this to look like is like this. And this wall can be used to destroy this. But I think this isn't as big as what you could have built. No, just surround. Surround. Trapping it in the corner is good. Nah, surround. You don't really want to do this armpit hit stuff. This is not a base. This is not efficient. So it's not good enough. Okay. This is such a big move. Good, you played the double. You can just cut and kill it. Yeah, you can just kill these two stones. No, stay on the cutting stones. Stay on the weak stuff. So for example, you can play like this. And then cut again. That is something you can do. Yeah, double is powerful. This locally is good, but it doesn't help your cutting stones. Well, now it does. Because yes, you get 2 stones, but then they're going to attack your cutting stones. So defense first. So I think just run away. You can always do this later. But now they just let you connect, which is amazing. Like, you have twice now broken through their shape with the Panuki. Like, twice. What is a Panuki in English? A flower? Is it a flower or something? An eye flower? Ah, you go down. That way they have to block and you don't have a cutting point. You could go for a Ko to kill it. Let's see, if you go here, here, this I think doesn't kill it because you have a Liberty right here. And this is a mutual life. But if you play here and they block, you have a cutting point. Actually, I wonder if this is better, because if you go here, and they go here, you go here, 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 there, there. Here, here. This might be dead again. So this is going to be corner life and death problems. This is what this category is. Corner life and death problems. What? No! Fight it! White is dying! If white connects, white is dead. So white has to fight a Ko. And a Ko is amazing because a Ko is 2 moves in a row. So they have to do something that will make you ignore this or whatever. So who knows what that's going to be. Maybe it's here or something. But then now they take back and you get to get 2 moves in a row somewhere. So maybe you just play like this, they live, and you get this. That's amazing. You want 2 moves in a row at least. Don't just let them have life when they haven't proved that they're alive yet. You pincer these 2 stones high because they're already on the 4th line. So you want to pincer them high. Touch Nobi. Are you 5Q? You are not 5Q, so touch Nobi. Crosscut gets complicated. I know this is one of my pet peeves that people are going to disagree with me with, but I really want you to build this habit of just going here. It's so much stronger. This is fine. It's not cuttable, but I hate this shape. Okay, good. To remove. Just take the stone. Good. No, just stay connected. And white's weak. If you go here and white has a cutting stone, like locally doesn't work yet, but later you don't have 1 move to capture these 2 cut stones. So once white lives with something, you might have a cutting point, and there's no reason to have one. You didn't need one. Good. Good. Yeah, you didn't really need this weak group, though. Like, this was unnecessary. You could have just connected. That's overplay. You just straight up die. Because it's a ladder. So here, the shape would be bamboo, and then try to run away. I don't know how. You're in a lot of trouble, actually. Yeah, you're actually in a lot of trouble. But maybe you can cut these stones off. Very nice. And now white is in a lot of trouble. White's just dead, actually. No, save the stones that are killing white. Open flower. Maybe. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here first. Then here. It's the crane's nest. It's the crane's nest. Oops. This is the Vital of 3 on some Mega Dragon, I think. I meant to do categories. Go to categories. Yeah, right? Actual crane's nest. What is this? Vital wedge, it's what it's called. Yeah, vital wedge. Oops, don't Suffatari.
Flotsam just followed.
Thank you for the follow, Flotsam. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, white missed the vital wedge, and so did black. Okay, now is it fixed? Yeah, it looks like it's fixed now. Whoa, you need liberties, dude! Oh, there. Kill these stones! You're gonna die. If I go here, you go here. Okay, so there's two options now. I can go here, 1, 2, 3 to 1, 2, 3. If I go, you go, and it's a ko. But what if I do the throw in first? Then it is 1, 2, 3 to 1, 2, 3, and I play first. And then if you take this one, oh, you're just alive. I'm stupid. Okay, so it's a ko. Yeah, so it's a ko to kill you. Yeah, just kill it. Just kill it and you're fine. This is difficult to invade when you can just slide and take it away. So this is unnecessary difficulty. Yeah, this is very unnecessary considering. Okay, good. Punish. Very good. White ignored their group and you're punishing. The shape is to go here. And then you can cut it like that if you wanted to cut. I don't know if you want to cut though. Like, I don't think you need to do anything. Fix, and then maybe just block. I don't think you need to do anything, but typically peeps are bad. You can just block. It's fine. These moves are so funny. Okay, we do an endgame? Not yet, apparently. You can go here. If they try to cut you, you have two ways to connect. But we should be looking first line and second line first. So like here, here. Make sure that doesn't die. Here. Later you'll get this move, but not right now. Killing this corner. Yeah, you need go problems. Between the bottom right and the center, you're lacking go problems. Because you have like the basics and stuff, but you're not reading the vital tactics and stuff. You're missing go problems. Ah, there's a clamp right here. Oops. This is cuttable. Because this is a self-Atari. That's a ladder. Okay, you realized that. Yeah, oops. Hey! Fractional games, getting a feel for if you are leading to play less dangerous. I know, Go is hard. There are a ton. There are a ton. I mean, that's why we have the campaign, though. I have a ton of sets for the campaign. The campaign, I want to go through and organize it again. The campaign, I think, is good. I just still think I'm going to improve it a couple more times. But yeah, there's the campaign, which is good. Oops. Oops. Yeah. You are 80% single digit Q. 80% of your game is single digit Q. What is this move? Okay, you're going silly in the endgame. I don't know why, but you're playing some silly endgame moves. Yeah, don't Salvatore. Don't Salvatore. Yeah, but you're not checking these endgame moves. This one and this one, you didn't check. You just played them. So don't do that. It just loses you points. You're not gonna die, so you didn't need to lose Sente. Okay, so your egg could probably improve 10 points. Did you finally find this? All right. No! If you go right here and they take, you just throw in, and it's a false eye. So close. No, I tell my students not to resign unless it's at least 35 points. If it's not 35 points, don't resign. You don't know what's going to happen. Single digit Q, 35 points is not that much. This is lazy. This is lazy. I know you know how to read a ladder. I know you know how to read a ladder. I know you can read a ladder. Don't be lazy. Lazy costs you like 10 points a game. Being lazy is worse than Komi. Okay, so what's the score? Oh, what? White leads by 2.5. Lost by 9.5. How? OGS didn't count it correctly. Oh! That sucks. Yeah, you didn't finish it correctly though. To be fair, to OGS's fairness, you didn't play the move. Yeah, you gotta play the move. You gotta finish the game properly. It's definitely Go problems. Like, that's the part of your game that's not single digit Q. Just keep playing though. Most of your game is single digit Q already. Your end game, you're making a couple silly moves for lazy reading. You can probably improve your end game just 5 to 10 points by not being lazy. And then your life and death can make a large difference. Once you can get the life and death stuff down, and the vital wedge in the center, or whatever shapes that come up, right? If you can master all the basic categories, then I think single digit Q will be very easy. Because you'll just be able to win because you'll just know how to kill the corner. Or you'll know how, if you're in white's position, you'll know how to kill the center. You'll just be able to win straight up in a lot of these positions. The rest of your game was single digit Q. Yeah, hopefully you found the review helpful. Awesome. This is a Dawn game. Is this like 3 Dawn Fox? Okay. Are you black or white? You're white. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, so far so good. Yeah, you're open. Everything so far is so good. Black is the one making mistakes. Good. I think you want this one. This one should be better because now you can play this Hane. This cut doesn't really matter. This clamp doesn't really matter. So you definitely want to be able to do that. You can do this still, but now, I don't know. It's just slightly better. It's a slight difference. No, don't do this. You gotta watch more of my Thursday, Friday game open reviews. You would know that I hate this shape. When you play the Hane, this is more of my pet peeve, right? Oh, thank you for the gift sub. Thank you, thank you.
Fridgeful gifted 1 subscriptions to the community.
Basically from the Hane, you either connect or you double. That's usually what you want to do. Nobody leaves a cutting point and bad liberties. Most of the time. It's not always true, but most of the time. So just double. Oh, you did it again. Okay, this is like double-digit Q. This sort of 2, 2, 2. Is this something you see at double-digit Q? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then they just keep going with it. This is kind of a double-digit Q. In my opinion, it's 99%. But in reality, it's probably like 80%. I think you can get away with never doing it. I think there's almost always a better move. So let's check. AI, am I correct? Yeah, 57. So it's 1 point better. What about now? $58. So this one's 3 points better. That's what I mean. It's not that it's bad. It's just not usually the best move. All right, it's not usually the best move. Oh no, that's percentage. This is less than a point difference, but still it's better than that one. Your AI lied to you? Oh, where's the link again? Because I'm assuming your AI was AI Sensei? What level AI is it? What's your subscription? You don't pay. That's probably why. That's probably why. Let me pull up Godtrain. This is the best thing that you can do for AI. If you really want to really have the in-depth AI. Load game. AI Sensei versus Caspin. Okay. Analyze this. It is the AI move? It's thinking about it. You see, it's thinking about it, and it's unsure. It looks like it's dead even. It is dead even. That's funny. Yeah. But to me, again, you can get away with never playing this Nobi. Like, it's not going to lose you anything to not play the Nobi. And then let's try right here. See, play the double Hane. It's a really small difference, but you can see more times than not, it's going to be connect or double Hane, which in this case, double Hane is clearly better than the connect because you're being aggressive. Right, and that's why I say this is more of a good habit to have than it being perfectly correct, right? That's why I said in my mind, 99%, but in reality, it's more like 80%. And that is because I think it's a good habit to double Hane or connect. The Nobi is usually not the best shape. Yeah, I really don't like white shape right here. It's just not perfect, you know? Can you do something more active? I don't know. I would spend quite a bit of time here, but I'm looking at the bottom and the left. Those are my ideas. I'm looking to build the bottom while reducing the left, or just straight up reduce the left. But it looks like here to, for some reason this is Sente, I'm not sure why. And then attach. Okay, so it wants the attachment. This is just quick points. The attachment's interesting. I'm not sure why this is Sente, but the attachment is very interesting. The problem with white's position is I thought about this one and then build the bottom, but then black will just build the left, right? Then I considered this one to build the bottom while reducing, but then black will get to invade first. And then I thought this one, but then black can just build, like here or here. So I was thinking maybe I could go over here, but then I get a weak group, potentially. But this attachment is interesting because after this, you've reduced it, and now if black tries to go too much on destroying your stuff, you can potentially make another area right here. So it's a very interesting attachment. I wouldn't ignore it. I think locally you can just go here. Like, I think locally that's fine. Shoulder hit and N16. Ah, yeah, not yet. This is too early. But I agree that locally it is a good move. Huh? Why? Now you never have to worry about this. whatever. This is where the base is. It's actually two bases, because after you do this and black makes the base, you have to worry about your corner now. So this is a bit uncomfortable. Be very careful about this shape. There's a peep right here, because black has a stone on the outside. So this peep is actually very annoying. You have to actually play like this, and then black plays like that. And then if you do any of this, that stone dies. So you have to play, I think... Fudge. I forget how this works. Like this, like this, like this. But in this case, you just do that. Yeah, I forget how this works exactly, but the point is, this is an annoying move. The AI wants N3. The AI must be thinking something like this. This move is too sketch. Let's see. What does the AI say? 4.3 to 2.8. The Elementary Go series to attack and defense is really nice. Yeah, so it is the attachment. There is the attachment right here in the variation. Apparently he really wants his 3-3. Anyway, basically this shape is really uncomfortable. So yeah, that's why we're going for the attachment. And then at some point in the future, we want to get this move now. This is looking pretty large. This is almost never the move because this peep exists. You almost always connect here. And again, this is Hane Yanovi from the Hane instead of connecting from the Hane. It's it's that basic shape again. No, I think just go here. Make sure you're alive. Well, that's very nice of black. Do you need that move? Yeah, it's fine. Make sure you're alive. Uh-huh. Nah, you can't. It's just not big enough. It's endgame. This is too big. If they go here, just let them in. It can't be bigger than this move. This cannot be the biggest move. It's endgame. Cannot be the biggest. Locally, it looks like this is fine, but globally, you need to be focusing on the Moyo. I don't know. I'm not sure how to build this properly. But I want to, that's what I'm thinking about, is I'm thinking about this Moyo. I would go here locally because I don't really care about that move. I care about this influence. Locally, this is what I'm thinking. You gotta fix. Locally, you gotta fix. You're the one who made the cutting point. But globally, I agree. I think you just shouldn't have played this. Well, that's nice. They gave you a free move on the outside. Ah, black doesn't know how to deal with influence. No, I would make the influence bigger. Maybe like this? Or like this. Make the influence big. Go big or go home. That's annoying. Really? Yeah, it wants like dinging. I could see that. Basically, the AI is shutting the door, getting cashing out. The AI is shutting the door and cashing out. Basically, the AI is like, hey, this is mine now. Okay, so you're going to make a wall either facing the left or a wall facing down. The left, I don't think you're going to be able to do anything. If you make the wall face down, you can probably get like 6 or 8 points there. So I want to say here. This is a bad exchange, but you have to do it because of your bad shape earlier. Locally, you technically don't want to peep that. But because you left a cutting point, you're having to fix your own bad move. This is so passive. You can't do that. You have to be the attacker here. Yeah, you have to be the attacker here somehow. I'm not sure how, but just playing for like 5-10 points is too small. It's too passive. I'm not sure exactly how to attack, but this is too passive. Yeah, now you're going to get a weak group. So black is going to make a Moyo from your Moyo. Like imagine I get something right here. All of a sudden, black has the center in your center. That's unplayable. You can't do that. Nah, if it was me, I would absolutely do this. If it was me, this is what I would do. I would attack your whole center. I wouldn't take 5 points. Okay, starting in game, probably here. But I want to say this one is bigger and this one is bigger because the monkey jump is really large. This is Gote. Because black can just fix like this. Or Tanuki. Cutting points a ladder, so we're still good. This looks kind of dummy. Hello, Paige. Welcome. I want to say your end game definitely needs to be improved. Your end game is not 3-done. Yeah, I don't think your end game is 3-done. There's no points in half the moves you're playing. That's optimistic. This is an optimistic move. It's such a bad exchange. If you don't kill it, then you lose all the end game. Even if it's just a couple points, you lose a couple points trying to kill something that's not killable. This is a bad habit. You got to solve it before you play it. You can't play it if it doesn't work. You can't do it. You're too strong. You have to just read it. You're not allowed to not read it. You're too strong at the game. I am almost convinced that you lost points, so many points in in-game. You were white, yeah. So here's where we start in-game, right? Black is up by 1.2 points. You lost 20 points in in-game. Definitely can improve your in-game. Yeah, I think your in-game is the weakest part of your game right now. Yeah, I think learn about these Nobis instead of playing Hanes. Play Nobis. Look for monkey jumps. Look for second and first line stuff. On the right, you could have played a diagonal instead of a knight's move so you don't get clamped. Don't try to kill it if it doesn't exist. C11. Oh, I can't shift click the go board. That's unfortunate. It's just not optimal. It does both. It fixes the cutting point here that doesn't exist yet, and makes a base, but it does so in the least optimal way possible for both. It's like, I want to do both, but I'm not going to do either one very well. That's basically what this move says. I want to do both of these things, but I'm not going to do either one very well. Actually, I just had a thought about this bottom left corner. When they play here, this is a move that a lot of people don't consider. If you let them have the corner, sometimes it's worth it. In this case, it is not, because it's too dangerous, but sometimes it can be worth it. So it's not on this board, but never forget to consider it. Like, don't forget that you can consider this move. Sometimes you can even go here and then clamp. Yeah, don't forget that there's more than just this move in this corner. All right, and hopefully, yeah, it's kind of an old move. Kind of an old move, old-fashioned move. You gotta realize that this slide is not as common nowadays. Like, I guarantee you this opponent was probably an older guy. I don't think it's a kid. I think a kid wouldn't play this slide. So I know it because I'm old. I've been playing Go for too many years. That's why I know about this move. Most players play the attachment nowadays. All right, and hopefully you found that review helpful. Okay, we probably have time for maybe one more review or some questions. People have questions, maybe opening questions, corner questions, yada yada. You're going to a tournament soon, right? Or am I thinking of someone else? I forget if you said you were going to a tournament or if you mentioned that there was a tournament. And then I forget if it was you that said it. Because usernames are hard. You are going to a tournament. Yes, Suga. You weren't here earlier, but I saw a Go problem that you edited, and it had the problem that you edited was set at like level 1, and it was like level 4 or level 5. But I'm gonna oh, it says Dr. Pepper. It's Dr. Pepper. No, Suga did. I was talking about Suga. You set you set a freaking single digit Q problem to 25Q, and I'm like, that's not happening. So I had to fix that. I thought that was funny. There were, you probably didn't see earlier, but I reported one of the problems. Delete this. Look at this Go problem. How did this make it in here? How did this make it in here? Why is this a Go problem? Why didn't this get deleted? Why did that get approved? Should not have been a Go problem. I need a button right here so I can load it on the page. On the problem page, I set it so that way I could see who edited it last. Was this one you again, Suga? Was this one you again? I don't know. I don't have a button to open it from here. I need to make myself a button. This is probably like 4Q. Maybe stop setting 4Q problems to 25Q. You gotta realize what 25Qs are learning how to see a capture. Don't set a 4Q problem to 25Q. You're a lot stronger than you think you are. No, it is not. You gotta see, like, you gotta use your double-digit Q brain. You gotta turn your head like this and use your peripheral vision to solve it with one eye closed or something. I don't know, something stupid, because you can't see as much as you think you can. Double-digit Q players don't know how to count liberties. You got to make sure that, like, it's not too easy. So if there's, like, a good rule of thumb is if it's 5 moves long, it's not 25Q. Unless it's a ladder. If it's 5 moves wrong, it is not 25Q. Yeah, there's no way this is a 20Q. Awesome. Awesome. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, I'm very sorry that it lags. I really wish I was better at coding so I could make it a much better user experience. Oh, I don't know if you guys know this, but when you're doing the categories and whatnot, and you're doing a bunch of puzzles, on the homepage, it's actually tracking every time you make a mistake. Maybe not in the categories, but like maybe it is a category. I forget exactly where it tracks it, but it tracks it. It tracks it when you make a mistake. And down here, it actually shows you what categories you make a mistake in. I know it doesn't track Puzzle Rush. Puzzle Rush is not tracked because it would just, you would make mistakes left and right in stupid places. But you have your recent mistakes and it tracks it, and then you can load your mistakes list or generate a practice list based on these mistakes. So for me, my biggest weakness is taking eyes and co's and then make a life. So life and death, basically, and co. Life and death and co. So I could load the ones that I made a mistake, or I could generate myself a practice list. And this will generate me a list, in theory. Does the button not work? Load mistake. Why does no one tell me these buttons don't work? Why is it not working? I've done this before. What if I go to the stats page? Is it just on the home page? You know, it would be a cool feature. I didn't translate the logic to the home page, I guess. Let me write it down. Trello. I hate bugs. Hello? Trello, can you give me the normal page? Why did you update? Don't update stuff. Give me my Go board. Yeah, if you find a bug, let me know so I can fix it. Because likely other people are experiencing the same bug, but no one lets me know. If no one lets me know, I can't fix it. The generate list on the home page doesn't work. Okay, temporary solution, go to the stats page. Basically, sumegadragon.com/stats. The buttons basically do what I said. Generate a practice list based off of this information. And then I'll have 50 problems that give me homework that I'm supposed to solve, but I don't. Oops. Oops. See, it's homework for me that I'm bad at. And so I'm supposed to spend several minutes. Give me a hint. I'm on stream. Okay, I was right. Oh, I don't want to solve this one. It's probably going to be something stupid. Anyway, this would be homework for me, right? And it generates that off of my practice list. If you don't like the list, you can click this clear mistakes button. It'll clear the list, then you can go solve like problems or whatever and generate you a practice list, but it needs a minimum of 50 problems. So you have to make a minimum of 50 mistakes. And then you can generate practice lists based on that. Just keep that open over here, keep it tabbed. Yeah, no. Start small and just do like 5 puzzles? Like, what do you mean? Speaking of puzzles, we can see what Explore Bedok has. This is an up and coming feature. So this will eventually become competition, more or less. On some Mega Dragon. You can do... I'm not sure what you're implying. I'm not sure what you're saying. It's a site that also can be an app. So it's a PWA. So when you open this website on a phone, it'll ask you to save it as an app. And so it'll become an app on your screen. So for example, on my screen, you can see the little Sumega Dragon icon right here. So it's designed that when it detects you're on mobile, it'll give you a mobile layout. So you can see the home page is meant for mobile. So I've designed it both for mobile and for desktop. A review space? What do you mean by review space? Like where you can discuss? I love Gokubits so much. Gokubits is such a great thing. Place to review your games. No, because I'm trying not to feature creep right now, so it does not support games at the moment. It only focuses on Go problems right now. I've talked to Kara about if I should do it or not. She's saying that I should hesitate to make a full functioning Go server on Sumega Dragon because it might just be a lot of effort for very little return because it's not going to like be that drastic a change. And she's worried that I'm getting feature creep and too many features might take away. However, there is a secret page. So if you go to sumegadragon.com/play- is it OGS? Amaranth, have you been using it? Oh, what's the Degum link? It's a testing page that I made for a Go server, which I'll show you, and you can use it. And you can like let me know if you like it or not. But I made a matchmaking page for your OGS accounts. Oh, this is interesting. They reordered the alphabet. Play-online. Let's try that one. Play-online. Doom gameplay? What? You mean like the old PC Doom game? Yeah, here you go. If you want to play around with this page, recommend only desktop right now. However, this is just a matchmaking thing. If you try to click on a board, it'll break. So don't bother. Oh, gotcha. But you can click these buttons and it'll create a match and then pop up when it's ready to go, and then you just open it on OGS. That's crazy. That is crazy. And then you can accept game offers down here. But this was my attempt at making a Go page. And then the Go board did not get finished, as you can clearly see. Yes, but if you open it at OGS, you just have your OGS link ready. So, but this is all the information I have to work with. So what I was doing is I was writing down like how much information I have. And these are the numbers that I'm struggling with, which is keeping track of how much time is left on each clock. Obviously the Go board doesn't work, but that would take me like a day to fix. Yeah, it's based on, it's inspired by Lichess. This design is inspired by Lichess, and it's got the Twitch streams, it's got active games, matchmaking at the bottom. This will create a match right here. Your stats will open your OGS stats on this. There's a position trainer that I was playing with that's hidden, position practice. What this will do, this is actually a neat feature that no one else has, but you can click a starting game position. So like, say you wanted to practice Sanrense, it would create a Sanrense game against the AI that you have selected. So you'll play the AI with a specific position. And that's what the position practice is. Obviously, I didn't put in a lot of positions yet, but that was a feature idea that I had. And then you can technically create your own custom position, but I would have to make a more user-friendly way to do it, because right now you have to type out the SGF coordinates, which no one knows how to do except for a couple computer scientists. People just leaving random games till they get what they want? Like, what do you mean? People leave games? Really? That's silly. Yeah, what this was as well, like if you see my notes right here, if you're working on just the opening, you can click on one of the starting positions and then play it out for 20 moves against the AI, different AIs, and then resign and then see what your percentage is. You've got this, Amaranth. You got this. Then you have your game list, which goes to here for now, but I was going to have my game list page, and then your game library, which is where you can upload and stuff like that. So I thought this was a very nice layout. I actually really like this page, right? I really like this page. I think it's a very nice page. It's just, you have to be able to play the game on here as well. And you can see that all these numbers are actually really hard to keep up with. I had it to a point where you could actually play a game on OGS. You just couldn't see how much time you had remaining, which is important. Very important. Very, very important. But this is the information that OGS gives me access to. And you can see right here, I'm playing around with how much time is left and adjusting the time and blah, blah, blah. Ignore the Go board. The Go board just got broke. Yeah, keeping things in sync time-wise is really annoying. If it wasn't for the clock, it would be done. Like, I could have already had it done and working. If it wasn't for the fact that I have to keep the clocks in sync, it would be done. If there was no clock to worry about, it would be done. You could play on OGS using Smegodragon. But no, it doesn't work like that. Have any of you tried playing on Explorbitug? You know, today's sponsor? It actually works. Unlike Smegodragon, you can actually play Go on Explorbitug. Well, I have the information. I just have to organize it, right? And figure out how it works. So it's not that I don't have access to the clock information. Yeah. It's not that I don't have the information from the API calls or the whatever. It's that I have to display it in a way that makes sense. Right? So one thing that's difficult is it'll tell me, hey, this is how much time is remaining on the clock. And then I have to say to show the user, this is how much time remaining on the clock there is. However, every second I have to update that number to go down. Right? And then when I get another move back, I have to adjust the clock again, without making it flicker because it needs to kind of be in sync. And the clock that I receive might be different than the clock that I have because of the lag going to OGS and coming back from OGS. So it's keeping it in sync, making sure that it counts down properly, making sure it knows when you're in overtime or not in overtime, all that fun stuff. So it's just getting all that working and in sync. That was the issue that was slowing it down. And then Kara telling me not to work on something that's kind of irrelevant because it's not a premium feature. So it's not exactly a priority. Also, one really depressing thing. Which, I don't know, Explore by Duke already has this, but for me, I struggle a lot to get it. SemegoDragon.com/SGF. Something. I don't know. It's a reviewing your game with AI. I cannot figure it out. I don't get how to do it. I can get access to the AI stuff that the OGS has, but only if you're a premium account. So I'm using like shortcuts, but then OGS you can analyze live, and you can get AI telling you what to do live, and I cannot do that. So there's no way to compete with Explore by Duke and OGS in that sense, because I just can't figure out the AI. I can always open it on OGS though. That wouldn't be hard. One thing that I'm hoping is eventually Explore by Duke will have API, and then I can use stuff on Explore by Duke as well. And then hopefully next year we'll be able to have the Western Server Challenge on OGS and on Explore by Duke. PandaNet is supposedly has something, but PandaNet doesn't have Fun AI API. Foxa has something as well, but I can't figure out the Fox stuff. Actually, maybe I can. Fox, Weiqi. Maybe next year I can add Fox to the Western Server channel. Well, no, because Fox isn't a Western server. That's the whole point of the thing. The whole point is to get Dawn players off of Fox and back to Western servers because we don't. All the Dawn players run away to Asia. Not a good one. If you're talking about Cottrain's using your own computer's power, that's free. But if you're talking about using it on a server, that's not free. So on OGS and on Explore by Duke, so for Explore by Duke, for example, I could click this little button right here, and I guess on a review, and it'll analyze this position and give me feedback. But that's because I'm premium. Like, this stuff is premium if you want it to be like making sense. If you're not premium on OGS and you're using it, it's not very reliable information. Honestly, I think the best AI review tool that is premium, and if you're not using Cottrain, Cottrain's obviously the best and it's free. But if you're not using Cottrain, you're using an online tool, I think the best one is going to be AI Sensei. Because AI Sensei has this nice little, where is it? Ah, here we go, mistakes. Nice little stuff like this. You can see the blunders, you can see how much it was. This is very nice. Also, if we go to beta.ai-sensei.com, and then click on Performance Report. This is something that Cottrain does, but now AI Sensei will have it as well. But this is in beta. It is. They did port it to the live now. Oh, hey, it's live. Sweet. Sweet. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I'm not subscribed because I haven't been using it. I haven't been using it as much. I didn't know. Yeah, I think this is the best AI review tool. And the cool thing about what this is I could literally have games ported to AI Sensei very easily, because all you have to do is go to aisensei.com/upload and then add an SGF text. And Sumego Dragon actually has the SGF text from OGS games. It's very easy to do. The problem is there is a bug where they do not like handicap. So if you upload a handicap game, you can't do add white, add black, or any of that. Unless they fixed that in the last update. But the last time I checked, you couldn't do it. So I can't upload a handicap game, which I think is important. Yeah, I don't know. Lots of stuff, lots of fun. One thought that I've had that it would be a complete waste of time is to make a central hub for all of this Go stuff. Like gokibitz.com to get your game reviewed, AI Sensei to use AI to review, OGS to play games, or Explorer Baduk to play games, or KGS to play games. And then Sumego Dragon for puzzles, goproblems.com for puzzles. Stuff like that, you know? And then like YouTube channels, like a central hub for all of the Go stuff. What's Wei Chi Hub? Oh, the Mini Fox. Nice. Is it gonna open? I downloaded it, but is it gonna open? It didn't open automatically. Nice. I actually liked the old one better. But okay. It is nice and clean though. Uh-oh, I broke it. I broke it. It has a bunch of bugs. I wouldn't know anything about bugs. I wouldn't know anything about bugs. It's nice. I think it's quite nice. Yeah, it looks quite nice. Time Frenzy. What is with everyone stealing my Puzzle Rush idea? What the fudge? Everyone's stealing my Puzzle Rush idea. I stole it first. It's not fair. I stole it first. Is there a leaderboard? No leaderboard? I have a leaderboard. Statistics. I don't know what I'm looking at with that. Steal more stuff faster. I don't know. I could probably make something like this for Sumego Dragon that just uses OGS and Sumego Dragon. Yeah, he's also putting in a lot of stuff. I think it's really cool. I've liked Mini Fox for a long time now. I could, like, what would be the difference between adding Fox to Sumego Dragon and adding OGS to Sumego Dragon? Like, what's the... So OGS would be a lot easier. Are you talking about Sumego Dragon? Yeah, Fox API is not fun. Sumego Dragon has dragons. No one else has cute dragons. I have cute dragons. Explorer Video does have custom stones, though. Like, so Explorer Video's the only other one that's done like cute stones. No, because the Mac users are already using Minifox. That would be competing with Minifox. I could get the Dawn players to use it. As long as it worked well. But technically, I need to be marketing it to double-digit queues, and OGS is better for double-digit queues. Hey, Bats is live. Yeah, we got cute dragons that you can unlock. Like, you unlock a dragon, and then you can unlock backgrounds for your dragons. You can unlock ghost stone skins, go-board skins, and all that stuff. We do have a campaign, and you can play against the AI. It uses OGS AIs to do it. So, like, the Goblin Camp's campaign, and then you can play against Gabi. As long as it loads. I've heard that sometimes it won't load, or it'll take forever to load. And I think it has to do with connecting to OGS or not. Yeah, you can play against Gabi and some other AIs. Idle game mechanics. What would be an idle game mechanic for Go? Review. I hate that it's rotated. I need to fix that. It's rotated different from OGS. Yeah. I think the campaign can be improved by quite a bit. Right now, what I'm working on is organizing puzzle sets to make the sets a lot nicer and more organized. And then maybe I can improve the campaign's visuals and story. But I want to get it like to where it's a really nice set of puzzles first. One cookie per Samago. You get gold for every Samago. You can buy chest to unlock dragons. Yeah, you get a gold piece every time you solve a Samago. I'm not sure how many puzzles you're referring to. On the site, there's thousands of puzzles. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here today. Don't forget to check out Explore Baduk. It's at the top of the stream. If you're interested in checking out this up-and-coming Go server. Today's sponsor was Explore Baduk, so you were able to get game reviews thanks to them. We've been using it all day. Hopefully you guys will check it out. And with that, let's go ahead and raid one of the Go players. Probably Bats, unless you want to go to Spring Mini League. What is this?
The game, this group, it looks like it's already kind of alive. They're
Sure, we can raid them. All right, and with that, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream,
this group
and I will
is
see you guys
super
next time.